Well, this won't be very interesting with all of that build-up. It's been a while, everyone. Hello, I'm Tom.
I'm Galen.
And we're back for a fresh installment of 15 Minutes of Fume, Walpurgisnacht edition. You're supposed to say Gesundheit.
Gesundheit.
We've been watching a lot of Golden Girls. Anyway, we are here to sniff the 6 new perfumes that BPAL has created in collaboration with Spiritus Arcanum, the online witchwares warehouse that sells all sorts of amazing magical components. Oils, powders, potions, talismans, no live animals, you know, just the good old stuff. Anyway, the Spiritus Arcanum did a huge collection that they released on Walpurgisnacht of various witch things, and we're very excited to be part of that release with these 6 fragrances. Did I do okay?
I guess you were worried about me running off with the...
But I mean, it has to be explained.
I know, it's true. You did it.
I was only worried about how much coffee you've had. I didn't run off. I concisely explained what the things are and what we're doing. No, this isn't going in the thing. Let's just have a more peaceful moment together before we get started.
Don't touch me with your cold hands.
See, that's not peaceful. Me touching you is reaching out for connection.
Cold
That's peaceful.
hands. I'm at peace.
You didn't receive my temperature.
It was cold.
It's my true self. So we haven't done this in a while. We've taken some time off because we've been traveling back and forth, alternating travel to go help at the lab and other things. We are so far behind, but nothing gets me motivated to film a video like a deadline. And these perfumes are currently available for pre-order, and I believe that window closes on May 15th. So there's just like a finite window of time in which we could smell them and tell you what we think about them, and that be like anything helpful. So this is it. We are out of retirement, back from sabbatical.
Sorry if we like have no focus.
Our hair is longer though, which, you know.
Well, actually my hair is shorter. I'm gonna go. I can tell when I'm not wanted.
What?
Everything I say seems not wanted.
Fan favorite Galen.
It's not the fans. It's not the fans who are complaining.
I didn't complain about you. We need to be peaceful.
They were less cold that time.
Cold hands.
You're warming up.
It's the power of witchcraft.
Moving the blood.
And coffee. I think the coffee made my hands cold, actually. All my blood is elsewhere. It's just jumping around all over the place. So, any questions before we get started? Just kidding. There's no time. We're always out of time. There's never any time.
No time to study. Won't get into Stanford.
Anything else? We've had caffeine.
I need them
to motivate us to have the power and the audacity
to sing
and to review fragrances in front of, you know, the scary thing about witchcraft has nothing to do with like the demons or like the animal husbandry. It really is all about the nerve that it takes to go in front of a camera and talk to people about it.
Yep.
That's, I mean, you know, for 21st century witches, I mean. So, for all of you sweaty freaks just trying to get up the nerve to go out and talk about your secret spooky business, maybe remember the 4th power of the Sphinx, which is shh, to keep silent. There's power in that. But let's keeping silent... Is that our dumpster?
It's the dumpster bin. We don't need that.
But keeping silent won't get these perfumes reviewed, will it? Witches. Will it? So, I suppose we shall start at the beginning of the list. Now, these perfumes, as I already can't remember if I stated before, are each inspired by different animal familiars of witches. Kindred spirits. Some of these, in fact, probably all of them, are also animals that witches are historically assumed to be able to transform into. So, you know, watch out. Like, one great thing about not filming for so long is I didn't notice atmospheric noise anymore, really, as much. I forgot how noisy it is all around us. There's an old witchcraft proverb that says, time is money. So let's just get right to it. The very first of the perfumes in A Witch's Bestiary is Cinderpaw. Soft black silken fur curled next to a fireplace, flecks of ash and an arcing tendril of smoke, burnt cloves, and patchouli root. Now, if you haven't already guessed, and you probably showed the image, we are talking about a cat. Okay?
Will Cinderpaw get to go to the ball?
No! Cinderpaw.
This makes me very sad for Cinderpaw.
Cinderpaw gets their revenge in the end, believe me.
Cinderpaw just wants to dance with the prince.
Someone needs to tell Cinderpaw they can't have everything they want. Wow. Okay.
Okay, well, I love this immediately.
Even before I got it close to my nose hairs.
What's in here again?
We've
I remembered a clove and patchouli and some kind of ash.
Which is all exactly what I'm smelling from even like 6 inches away from the lid, honestly. It was the fur, the ash, smoke, cloves, patchouli. It is a warm, spicy little kitty. A dirty little kitty. Am I wrong?
I'm very excited to smell it. I mean, try it on.
Well, who's stopping you?
You are, because you have the lid.
Oh. I mean, you have the bottle.
Cinderpaw.
Help! Cinderpaw, help!
Cinderpaw.
Cinderpaw can't help us anymore.
I call upon the strength of Cinderpaw.
Good luck! Cats come when they want
Cinderpaw
to, not when
can't
they're
hear
called.
you.
Isn't that from Catwoman with Halle Berry?
Yes, you would know.
Yes, because I've watched the movie 700 times.
This is my favorite new thing.
Oh, wow.
I don't even have not have anything else to say.
So it reminds me a little bit of our clove cigarette perfume.
Yes.
Except it doesn't have like the papery thing.
It's not like cigarette-y.
No. But
Like, I mean, like not like tobacco-y, you know.
No, because like it's a fireplace clove, not a cigarette clove.
Right.
It's got that little scratch of patch, but it's not super patchouli forward, at least not immediately on the skin.
No, but it's hard, you know.
It smells
Clove is so bright.
very witchy. You see, it really smells like after hours in the witch's kitchen, you know? It's the after party. Everyone's telling stories around the fireplace, and the cat is there listening.
Taking down notes, being like, wow, these witches.
It really has like an insinuating mystery to it.
Yes.
It has a pleasantly sweet darkness that there's no end to that sentence. It just gets cut.
I mean, really though, yeah, it's like a playful like a cat, you know? Like there is that kind of just...
It's giving me a bit of chai.
Oh, I get that.
I've been drinking a lot of chai lately because I've been trying to cut down on coffee, which is why even having just a little bit right now before filming has turned me into a sweaty freak. All right. Well, let's smell something else, shall we?
No.
No, you can come back to Cinderpaw. Cinderpaw will be here for you whenever you want.
Cinderpaw.
This is like a scene in Sybil.
I just love Cinderpaw.
Well, if you loved Cinderpaw, maybe you should meet Cinderpaw's friend, Swiftfoot. Swiftfoot is a rabbit.
Aw.
Hey, wild grasses, moist roots, clinging to the walls of shadowy burrows, sun-warmed stones, red benzoin, and a hint of moonlight upon datura flower blossoms. More of an outdoor animal.
Not rolling in the ashes.
No. Swiftfoot has never even, seen ashes before. Whoa, whoa. So this is like very, like dark and grassy, and I'm definitely getting the stones.
Yeah, the mineralic.
Yeah.
And it's also, it has a coolness, like
Yes.
reminiscent of like a dewy night and or morning.
Yes.
Very interesting. Very specific.
It's like really well balanced between like the earthy and stony elements, and then like the hay and the grass and like the living things. So it really presents like an entire pastoral landscape.
Like I can hear the chirping bugs.
And then it's like I feel like I'm Fiverr looking out across the hillside, having my vision of everything turning to blood, right? It's a Fiverr smell for sure. You don't know Watership Down.
I figured that's what the reference was, but I was not sure. So thank you for telling me.
Are you Watership Down with Richard Adams' classic novel about rabbit genocide? Well, let's try it on. You can have some too.
Rabbit?
There's enough Swiftfoot for anyone. Rabbit?
Little rabbit?
This could have been like a warm summertime, springtime fragrance, and there's something about, like you said, about the coolness of it that really makes it of a kind with this collection. It's like a nocturnal view of the animal world.
It's like, why can I smell the moonlight? I don't know, but I can. I totally get it. I have a whole vision.
Why can I smell the moonlight?
Like it's...
By Lana Del Raisins.
It is a very...
I wanted more of that. I didn't get very much.
Cool, spooky little night. Out in the woods or whatever.
The datura scent is like kind of a little like, I think it's like a little spicy, little nutty,
Yeah,
it's not like a classic floral, so it kind of is of a kind with the hay, etc. Yeah, when you think about it, like we think of rabbits like hopping around in a field, but they spend so much of their time like underground. They're like a thing from underground. With hair and teeth and claws.
Like chud.
Yeah. Yes.
Rabbits
are basically chud.
If you don't know what chud is, ask your parents.
Google it. Just Google it.
Just Google chud.
I'm sure that they'll know that you Googled it because of parental control. So I love how we're speaking. I have to, like, when we post these,
find out if your children are Googling chud.
I have to specifically say this is not for kids. But then when we're speaking, we just know you're out there. We're so sorry about, all of this, and also the world that you're inheriting. Maybe that's why our videos should not be for kids, because we'd just be crying. We'd be like, I'm so sorry. So sorry this happened to you.
This.
Shouldn't have been like this.
Watch out for chud.
Anyway, I love how Cinderpaw, arguably the more evil animal, especially in the Watership Down universe, is this like sweet heroic creature, and then like Swiftfoot is immediately chud.
Well, you're the one talking about how it lives underground like a little creep.
It does. Rabbits are very creepy.
They are. They have those red
What do they
eyes.
want?
What do they want?
Okay, so let's smell the third one, which is they're only getting creepier as we go. That would be cloven. Cloven is a dark and diabolic animalic musk glittering with red labdanum, vetiver, black amber, rosemary, and charred sandalwood. So we're talking your goatee kind. Anything with a rectangular pupil.
Yeah.
That like yells in a human voice.
Yeah.
The milk smells bad. It's an acquired taste. Do you have any fun goat memories? Have you been goating? Have you ever gone goating?
Well, goating. I mean, we had goat yoga at the lab. That was a fun goat memory.
Oh, yeah, we did do that.
My friend growing up had goats, so sometimes I would just like stare at them, and they would be like,
right,
you know, looking back, and I'm like, this is so weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do sound like babies screaming.
Or adults screaming.
And it is unpleasant. But I do like when they hop on things. Like a bucket or a shelf. They're just like, or a little table. They're like, I gotta stand on it. Right.
I had goats running around all over in this shit.
Yeah.
Baby goats. Snagging my,
I don't think I let them
thrift store ball gown.
Get on my body. I don't remember. But I did.
Have you ever had goats climbing on your body before? Can't recommend it enough.
The hooves.
Cloven.
Right. Focus.
Let's get to the cloven. Let's get right to the cloven of the matter. Smelling this, I feel like I could fall in love with a goat. You know? Like if the devil appeared to me and wanted to, like, get married and so forth, and if he was in goat form, I would be mucho tempted.
Oh.
So it's like, it's a little musty and fusty.
It's intense.
It's rich and incensey. It's so animalic.
Yeah.
It's like that deep black musk, and it's mellowed out with the amber. And I like that there's like the scorched components, but it isn't really super seriously infernal. It's like an adequately seductive amount of all burnt up. I want this on me.
I agree with everything you said.
Oh no!
Oh no. This is not good. This is so good.
This is a really deep black musk that I recall fondly from our scents like Black Forest and I think Knucklebones from Carnival Diabolique.
Or Haunted.
Just like a really deep dive. And it's like one of those things where if you just caught a whiff of it, it might seem like a little, like that like powdery kind of musk, except for if you keep breathing, it's like finding out that you have infinite lung capacity. Think about what a horrifying experience that would be. Like cool at first, but then it's like, how far does this go?
Does every breath have to be that deep?
Forever? Every breath is forever? That's what like the blackness of this musk is like. And then once, I don't know, there's something really just like seductive about it.
Yeah.
I want it to be inside me. It's like I want to keep inhaling and I don't want to have to exhale, even though I have to in order to keep inhaling. 'Tis a cloven riddle. This does a great job of translating what is interesting about goats into a scent that you would actually want to wear.
Yeah, without the goatiness.
Yeah. Also, especially because I know just from scents past, like for the past Hexanoct collections, we actually did do that perfume inspired by the, like, you know, mythic ritual of kissing the devil's ass that smelled very assy. And there, you know, like, the house isn't afraid to go there. And I like with this one, it's like, this is almost like a goat wearing a suit and tie.
Yes.
You know? The goat will, you know, kiss you on the cheek and take you to a fancy dinner before presenting its backside. That's what I think.
Is the goat a good conversationalist during the dinner?
That's
what I'm curious about.
I feel like,
or is it just like intense staring?
Good listener.
Good listener.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Could just like hear you talk for hours.
Absorbing everything, you know?
Yeah. All right, cool.
I just love this.
It's beautiful.
I just want to keep huffing this musk. I don't know if anyone in the world wants to tolerate me being this musky, but this is just so sublime. It could veer into some really perfumey territory, but keeping it grounded in kind of like more like natural world style ingredients, it actually just smells very like timeless, you know.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
an interspecies romance for the ages. You can blurb me.
You can blurb me for all I care. Blurb me.
Blurb me, baby, all night long. Okay, let's move on to ink feather. These are so mysterious when written, and then I feel like I say them out loud and they sound very silly. Ink feather, licorice root, black amber, 10-year aged black patchouli, and dark resinous incense. Obviously, we are dealing with our corvid friends. I do not discriminate between various corvids. I love them all. Oh.
So I've only smelled this on you, have not smelled it in the bottle. It smells a lot more licoricey in the bottle.
In the bottle, it is so goddamn licoricey. It is like almost like pure black licorice jelly bean, but like in a grown-up way.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like a fancy cocktail version of that, like an absinthe.
Yeah.
And I mean, I love that. And if you don't love that, then you can skip to the next fragrance by looking at the timestamps in the caption of this video.
Skip to my loo.
Skip on by. Skip on down the road. So, whew, I can't really track much else in the scent because of that initial, you know, vapors in a skull shape of licorice cloud. But I will tell you, you should go on this ride. You should smell it. You should put it on your skin.
I already did.
You did?
I did, because I had the lid and I was like, just do it.
You should welcome the ink feather into your soul.
It's sticky.
Yes, it's damp and sticky.
It has a very dark stickiness to it.
It's luscious, is what it is. It's that very dark amber. And the licorice root could be like a kind of like that dry rooty, like, you know, crone chewing on the licorice knob from the organic market style. Like, licorice doesn't have to offer a lot of like comfort or decadence. It just is what it is. It's a root.
It's licorice. There's
something here where it's just been like, it's like a beautiful dark bouquet.
Yeah. On the skin, it does not stand out the way it does in the bottle.
Not at all.
Like immediately changes into just this like dark, sticky herbalness.
Resinous.
Yeah.
Just like really wonderfully, like it's a little bit spicy. It's just like, it's very inky.
It is very inky.
I mean, what I love about this is because of that, like whatever that kind of like lush quality is to the fragrance, even after I've been wearing this a while, because I have experimented with this one, it still smells like freshly applied. It has that like wet oil smell. Like an oil, it's like an, you know, like a black oil spill.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as you can see, we are uncorrupted. Like, I just want to keep smelling this all day. The patchouli, again, I know that that's got to be part of what's making this magical, but it's not really standing out as an intensely patchouli scent. It's just like mixing.
Like you said, bouquet quality, because there is like, it's hard to really pick it out specifically.
Yes.
Everything is swirling together in a lovely inky haze.
Yes. It just also, so I'm really fascinated by licorice scents, and I have found so few of them over the years that like really work with me. So I smelled it in a perfunctory way, knowing that it would probably not work, and then having tried it on, I was overjoyed to discover that I could wear this and that I wouldn't be like driving people away from me by wearing it. I can stand it, and I feel like I am withstandable.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're curious about this, I really do recommend it. This is one that I've been waiting. One of the reasons I'm excited to film this video is so that we've done it, and then I can hoard some of these bottles and sniff them privately for a long time. And that's one of them for sure. I feel like it would layer really well with the musky cloven one. This one is just so loud. I can't really, I can't tell how like throw and like staying power and so forth don't really, like we're around so much perfume I can barely tell anymore. However, with this one I feel like it stays loud. So it's got to be worth something to someone.
Stay loud.
Stay loud, everyone. My fellow corvids. Okay, where does that leave us?
With 2 left.
We are down, it has come down to toad venom.
2 queens stand before me.
One of them is toad venom. I would totally not want to lip sync against a drag queen named Toad Venom.
Sounds dangerous.
A thick amphibious scent redolent of danger and seduction. Deep, rich earth, stupefying, iridescent green musk, ancient black oud, heady dark lichen, and dense, wet, creeping mosses. Just the description, I feel seduced just from... It's like I just read a magic spell that made me fall in love with myself. I wasn't already. I know that's hard to believe. Toad venom.
Ancient black oud.
This is the kind of thing that I think a lot of people might be scared of just because of like the... It just sounds like it might be really aquatic or something like...
Toady.
Familiar, very toady. You know, you need a hand to hold.
How toady is this?
When considering the toad venom. I find this to be actually as seductive as stated in the description. To me, there's almost something leathery about it.
Yeah. Wait, what? Sorry, what is in here? Is vetiver in here? It's just very...
It was deep, rich earth, green musk, black oud, dark lichen, and creeping mosses.
Okay, I'm getting the oud then. That's what it is.
It really has... So, it has a freshness to it because of the moss and the lichen and whatever.
Yeah.
But they're...
But not like aquatic-y?
No.
Which is interesting.
It's like rich and earthy, and maybe there's like a fougere going on.
Yeah, because there's almost something kind of cologne-y fresh about it. Not like... There's just like a freshness, which I associate with like a cologne smell, not...
It's like maybe like an oak moss?
Yeah. Yeah. Probably. Like just a cleanness.
I just love it though because it has that, but it also is dark and dirty. If like, in terms of like, and in dirty I mean not just like of the earth, but like, you know, sex filth.
Rowdy.
Yeah. Like you definitely don't lick the actual product, but this is like a toad venom that you would want to like lick. You know, like I want the hallucinations that come from licking this toad. It's like marvelously gender neutral. My brain is still telling me leather, but that might not be real. And leather has a kind of a freshness also. It's probably just a combination of like oud and moss, you know, and then like the musk. But it's just beautiful.
It's beautiful.
This is like, believe it or not, like I think this is like a date night fragrance. I didn't expect to get there from like toad venom.
Right.
But then that's, you know, part of the miracle of learning about fragrance is that you also learn about yourself.
Toad venom. Toad venom for all!
Well, you know.
Who want it? Toad venom is yours! If you want it.
Right.
Yeah, I really like the clean meets dark of it all. There's a lot of mystery.
Yeah.
But it is approachable, which is interesting. You're like, oh, what's that? And then it's kind of like, actually, I don't really know what I'm getting myself into.
It has a similar underground mystery to the SWIFTFOOT, I think.
Yeah.
Whereas that one was like stones and earth, and this one is like lichens and mosses.
Mm-hmm.
But this one is just kind of like weirdly oozing with sex appeal. I can't explain it. It's so fascinating how much I like these because I expected with a collection of like 6 perfumes, like usually how it goes is maybe there's one that I'm just like, that's mine, that's the one I can't live without, and I wear it 3 times and then maybe I forget about it. And here, like there are several that I'm really smitten with. It's uncomfortable. The last one, saved the best for last, here's the money shot. Ejaculate of serpents.
Sorry, what?
Ejaculate of serpents.
Okay.
I'll say it one more time. Ejaculate of serpents.
You did say that, yes.
One more, are we good? Let's move on. A blend that is at once sensual, seductive, and sacrilegious. Serpent scale accord, ink black frankincense, myrrh, spikenard, and a hint of supple, dark red fruits. Well, as long as the fruits are supple, I say, let's go.
I say spikenard.
Spikenard.
Lord
You're
love
a
a spikenard.
Spikenard.
I always like when spikenard shows up because it's fun to say spikenard. It just is.
Ugh.
Oh. That's spiky.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I'm frankly kind of at a loss for words. The cumulative effect of this is so difficult to describe. Like, I'm getting a hit of the frankincense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting just like a tiny, faint rumble of the red fruits.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely the spikenard.
I don't know what serpent scale accord smells like. I don't know.
I don't either, but there is something in there. Slithering
around.
around.
You can like hear.
It's almost like leathery.
Hear the scales. But I will say that because of the frankincense, there's something really like sharp in the bottle about this that is just like, it's like that sharp hit of incense. You know, none of that mellow, seductive incense. It is just like laser pointer incense. If you spill ejaculate of serpents on yourself, I think you should go to the doctor. No, it's really intense.
Whatever the serpent scale is almost like leathery, not in a bad way, but like almost like plasticky. Like there's just something kind of like hard about that smell. I want to say leathery.
But I thought that about the last one.
I know, but this is like...
So, as things are kind of like, the picture is coming together...
Oh, that fruit.
For me a little bit here. Right. You just have like a really kind of like playful, mysterious scent that has like a light, like a fruit note. And you've got like your incense note, and then you've got some mysterious like X factor that I can't really track.
Yeah.
But the cumulative effect is like of them kind of braided together and like winding together. And it's really lovely because I will say that that fruit note, while not like really pronounced, does set it apart enough from the other perfumes in this series. It's like the first time in this fruit shows up, and so that, of course, my brain like hones in on that right away.
Change.
But that's not what you're gonna. I mean, it's
but
really.
But it's not fruity.
No.
It's like it's there, and when you detect it, it just like you're like, that's a little extra charm in there.
What it is that this perfume is like a profaned church incense. You know, you have your frank and myrrh, but then there's just like, this is like some other ritual that the church doesn't know about. You know, or maybe they do, but they would never admit it. It's been corrupted with these like infernal influences. Mm-hmm. Hence like the, you know, dark red fruits and like the serpent scale accord. So it's kind of like almost like a parody of a church service incense.
Yeah. And
you just know somebody's going to get naked.
It's kind of scary.
It is scary. I like it. I really like it.
But I am like...
It's an intense mood.
It's intense.
Yeah.
These other ones have been like a little more gentle, a little more familiar. And then this one is like, and now we are at the finale. Blood everywhere. Like, what's happening? Yeah. End of Suspiria.
That lady is just like naked on the altar. Cakes of light. The whole thing. Also, regardless of the scent, it is called ejaculate of serpents. So like,
I knew what you were getting into.
That's like that's the price of admission right there.
Yeah.
I think that's a callback to The Wicker Man. Isn't it on a headstone in the cemetery in The Wicker Man?
You're right.
Ejaculate of serpents. I remember this. Well. That really
anyway.
says it all. This is kind of overall the most Wicker Man-esque perfume collection we've done maybe ever. I like the idea of these 6 animals forming a kind of a council or like a Voltron, you know, like a Captain Planet style thing. maybe it's like a witch's zodiac. These 6 animals. I just feel like I have more faith in them together than I do in all the rest of us combined.
Cinderpaw!
Cinderpaw! I choose you!
Ink feather!
Ejaculate of serpents. The poor beleaguered person who has to channel the ejaculate of serpents.
It's fine. Someone has to do it.
Why do I
part of the machine?
Everyone else has like a nice, short, pithy name, and I have to say ejaculate every time.
And no one has ever given me a nickname.
Oh, they've given you one. You just don't know about it.
They're not exactly the kind of nicknames you say to someone's face.
Or on TV. Well, that brings us to a close. We've smelled 6 perfumes for the first time in many years.
And we didn't, fully derail that train.
No, and we're still friends.
Yes.
Which is important. So, you have until May 15th.
You can touch my arm now, because
I
know that your hands have warmed up.
Yeah, my hands
I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not afraid anymore!
Were you afraid before?
No. I was startled by how cold they were.
It's just,
It was alarming, but now they're, warm, and I'm just like, oh, it's nice.
It's because I have been anointed by the ejaculate of serpents.
Oh, that's why your hands are so warm.
Yes, and moist. So, yes, as I was saying, May 15th, you have until May 15th to pre-order these fragrances. And then after that, never again.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's it. So, look, I know, we release a lot of stuff. There's so many places to put every dollar these days. But if you don't actually have a spooky witchcraft familiar in real life, then consider investing in a bottled one. And then you can, summon its, Sailor Moon transformation powers at will.
Yes, exactly.
And maybe, someone will smell you in public and fall desperately in love with you. If that's what you want. So,
yes.
We don't make any guarantees about that part, but, it has happened. So,
it's up to fate.
So that will be, those will be awaiting you at spiritusarcanum.com.
May 15th, mark your calendars.
Yes. Well,
Or don't. Just remember.
Just take care of it. And we'll be coming back soon with reviews from Lupercalia, which has not barely scratched at. The Singularity, fragrances that were AI assisted in concept. And then there's the 420 perfumes, which... So we have our work cut out for us, and we appreciate everyone who waited patiently and is still watching, even though we're very old now. But you are too. So with that,
we've all grown up.
We've all many, personal transformations abound. So let us know about those in the comments. We just want to check in on you, make sure you're still here. Oh my God, we have to turn off the camera. It's a beautiful spring day, and we have to go out reeking of ejaculate of serpents, toad venom, ink feather, cloven, SWIFTFOOT, Cinderpaw,
saber-tooth tiger.
The aristocrats. Okay, that's it.
Bye.
Bye.